Shellac is a resin secreted by the female lac bug on trees in the forests of India and Thailand. It is processed and sold as dry flakes and dissolved in ethanol to make liquid shellac, which is used as a brush-on colorant, food glaze, and wood finish. Shellac functions as a tough natural primer, sanding sealant, tannin blocker, odor blocker, stain, and high-gloss varnish. Shellac was once used in electrical applications as it possesses good insulation qualities and it seals out moisture. Phonograph records were also made of it during the 78 RPM recording era, which ended in Western countries during the 1950s. There are two types of shellac. On the current photo is blonde shellac. This type of shellac has been de-waxed and is primarily used for surfaces that require a clear, colorless finish. On the current photo is amber shellac. This kind of shellac is not de-waxed and comes in different hues and intensities. The range of hue is due to the shellac being produced on different tree species. This kind of shellac is used when a color change of the surface is desired or for a very dark stained surface. For optimum results with shellac, the flakes need to be dissolved over 24 hours in alcohol before you proceed to the next step. Next comes the addition of more alcohol to thin the existing mixture to the correct viscosity. The optimal viscosity is determined by ambient humidity. Some of the best shellac finishes throughout the centuries were done with strong brandy or very strong grappa. Some of the old violin masters used this solution, and so did my mother when she taught me how to French polish. The first step is to prepare the surface. Remember to wear gloves to protect your hands against the sticky shellac and the industrial alcohol. First clean and smooth the surface with steel wool grade 0000 ultrafine. If you use a thicker grade, you will risk damaging the surface, which will make it very difficult to cover with shellac and will produce permanent damage. You can also produce a good result with ultrafine sandpaper, but more care needs to be taken as not to damage the surface. With a soft cloth, clean up any remaining dust from the steel wool. Take care in this step as leaving any dust will be detrimental. Next, get your soft cotton cloth that you will be applying shellac with. Preparing the cotton cloth is very important. Make sure that the cloth is free from particles and other chemicals. Drench the cotton cloth with the final shellac mixture. Work the shellac mixture into the cloth to make sure that the cloth is equally drenched throughout. By doing this step, you ensure optimal application of shellac and alcohol evaporation. It is important to pass over the surface area equally and to give the surface enough time for the alcohol to dry, and for the shellac to be deposited onto the surface. This is key to the whole process. If you do not give the surface enough time, you will be removing the previous shellac layer with each pass. Occasionally, instead of drenching the cloth, it is sufficient to turn it inside out, as there will be still some unevaporated alcohol in the center. Always remember to keep moving, because if you stop, you will create damage to the coats you have already applied. Today I'm working on half of a lid of an Art Deco piano. The piano is constructed of bird eye maple wood. Test for remaining shellac in the cloth. You can gently knock it against your other hand. If the cloth leaves a mark, there is still enough mixture left in it. You will need to re-drench the cloth, as after a time the alcohol will evaporate completely. Only do this when you notice the cloth sticking to the surface. Remember to vary the application movement on occasion. And there you go, a perfect mirror finish. If you would like us to demonstrate a particular restoration technique, please let us know in the comments below or send us an email. Thank you for listening to us today, and please like, share and subscribe. Bye for now.